What you need to know about the fifth stage of spiritual development. Let's talk about it. All right, the fifth day, the fifth book of Moses called Deuteronomy. So Deuteronomy means second law or law again. So remember, back in biblical times, the people needed to be bound by the written law because they continuously were rebellious. Just like today, people do not want to govern themselves. So they lean on the framework of written law in order to operate properly. So on the third day, we learned about passing the written law to the people on the land. Here on the fifth day, we are learning about the law of water and the law of air, or equity and admiralty. In the book of Deuteronomy, Moses starts telling the Israelites that it's time to move on from the Mount Sinai, and he starts laying the foundations of understanding of equity and commercial law. And he continuously tells the people that the Creator does not have a physical similitude, and not to create any graven image or any likeness of anything to worship. But he continues to say you need to use righteous discernment and judgment for all of your commercial activities in your day-to-day lives. The first set of written laws written by the finger of the Creator were given to Moses on stone tablets, which he broke at the bottom of the mount because the people were worshiping a molten calf. So he got a second set, and these were placed inside of the ark of the most holy place, and next to it was placed a giant book of written law on the outside. Here in Deuteronomy, Moses also prophesies about a future prophet that will rise up, and the Creator will give him words to speak to minister to the children of promise. Remember that Moses' body mantle is the moon. It is the commercial light. It is the spirit of mammon. And this is why the Creator says, I have set before you blessings and cursings, life and death, because it is a neutral thing. With the same $100 bill, you can buy a homeless person a meal, you could buy a mercenary to kill somebody, or you could throw it into a fire to keep a gerbil warm. It's the same $100 bill, but look what you can do with it. It is a tool that you can use. And this is why the Creator is continuously telling people to use righteous judgment, not any graven image, such as the written law. So here on the fifth day, after Moses lays the foundation of understanding for the common law of the land, equitable law, and commercial law, the Creator leads him up to a mountain called the Split Prophet, where Moses dies after seeing the promised land. There will never ever be enough public policies, codes, and statutes created for every single situation that every person deals with in their day-to-day lives. In the book of Leviticus, there are 251 codes, policies, and statutes laid. In the book of Deuteronomy, there are 199 codes and policies, statutes laid. Do you think that is enough? Do you think there will ever be enough? Moses laid the foundation of understanding for the common law of the land for each tribe and each parlance and section, and then he laid the foundation for equity of using righteous judgment for every single situation in your day-to-day lives, and he's laying the foundation of commercial affairs where you have to use written guidelines for all your exchanges for day-to-day use. So this is what is mentioned in the Bible when they're referring to the birds of the air and the creatures of the water. The birds of the air are different types of angels, and the creatures of the water are different types of demons. And both of them have their own unique traits and characteristics.